I'm Tracy from juicerecipes.com, and this is my son Tony.
Hello.
And today we are going to talk about making blood building juice. Now, perhaps you're relatively healthy and you just want to get healthier and have more energy. This is your juice. This will also help you lose weight because it'll help clean out your liver. And this is the juice that my son Tony made for me when I was sick and trying to get better from lupus.
Just back up 1 second. Which of all these vegetables we have here, because we have a lot of vegetables that do a lot of different things, which ones specifically are going to be the ones that are going to clean out your liver?
Oh, okay. Dr. Norman Walker, the father of juicing. He invented juicing. He created it. Yes, what a man. We have a lot to thank Dr. Norman Walker for. He lived to be 119 years old. There's a little controversy about that now. People are trying to say he's 99, but when he died, they said he was 119. Okay, so he said beet, carrot, and celery are food for the liver. So these are the three main ingredients that you're gonna wanna put in your juice if you are trying to clean your liver. So there you go.
And on top of that, they do a lot of other things. But
yes.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Yes.
You know exactly what focus on if you're trying to clean out your liver specifically.
Exactly. So another thing to try to remember, and this I learned from Dr. Schultz. Now, Dr. Schultz is one of my heroes. He's one of my favorite herbalists, and I followed him faithfully when I was trying to regain my health. And he said that if you want to make a blood building juice or build your blood, then get everything red and purple, deep green, but especially red and purple in the juicer. So like a beet, this is gonna be a blood builder. It's gonna build your red blood cells. And then of course you got your red cabbage, it's that nice deep purple. I've got red chard. And another great ingredient to put into your blood building juice is dandelion. Now this is red dandelion. There's also just a regular dandelion green, that's just strictly green. And this will cleanse your blood. This we had in my juice. Tony, when he was juicing for me, we would put this in. It's bitter, so it will make your juice a little bit bitter, but you'd be surprised when you get the carrot in there and the other vegetables, you may not taste it. It just depends on how much you put in.
But also this turn your poop red. Don't be worried. Is that too much?
Too much information, yeah, but actually don't panic if you start making a juice like this and that happens, because it probably will. Yes, it's normal. Thank you for that information. You never know, people ask stuff like that, so.
It concerned me a little bit at first.
Yes. Yes.
Work that out.
Yeah, and Tony's friends, Tony actually got really into juicing with me. He loved it. And his friends would come over and they would open our fridge because they're like, I heard about this fridge. I just gotta see this fridge. And they would open it up because remember, juicing wasn't like it is now. Like we were into it before it was popular and cool. So his friends would come over and they're like, what is all this stuff? And they'd be looking at the vegetables and Tony would pull a juice. He'd get a juice like this out of the fridge that was already made and he'd start drinking it and his friends would be in the kitchen going, chug, 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 chug. So anyway, we had fun with this. Like we made this really something that was a part of our family and just really brought it into our lives. And
good teen drinking.
Yes.
That's what you want to promote.
Yes. Get your teens drinking blood building juice. And if you can get their friends cheering them on, all the better, because that's what happened. So anyway, let's get this party started and let's put in, we've got some of this all cut up, so we'll get this started. I'll get the beet in first.
We already got some of that?
Yeah.
Put down some carrots then.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get the liver juice started right away.
Yes, sir. Now we have seen, and Tony in his life has witnessed some really amazing things that you wouldn't even think possible.
Definitely.
Just first he saw it with me. It started with me, and once I got better, I've got this going on the wrong side. How long have I been making juice and I've got the cups on the wrong side?
Happens to even the pros.
Right. Okay, so, you know, first, once this happens, once you recover from 2 serious illnesses like I did, there's no going back. It's too late for me. Like, no one can say to me, this doesn't work. It's like, seriously, I know where I was at. I was fighting for my life. I was scared to close my eyes before I went to sleep. And I felt life come back into my body. I regained my health. This was probably the most important thing I did, even though I did a whole bunch of things. I left nothing to chance. I did it all. But I would say if I only got to do one thing, I would have this juicer fired up and I would have my mouth under it. I did about 2.5 quarts a day on an average day, sometimes a little more. Very seldom would I do a little less, but 2.5 quarts was pretty much my rule of thumb. And so, Tony, you were brutal. You tortured me. You tried to make this juice so gross. And he did too. He would put we would do 10 cloves of garlic a day. Try putting 10 cloves of garlic in your juice and see what happens.
You smell like a walking garlic for sure.
And I did. I totally did. But it was worth it. I was like, I don't care if I walk around smelling like a bulb of garlic, because my family really let me know that they didn't care. They just wanted me here, present with them, and so it helped me fight. So if you are around someone that's fighting for their life, just get behind them, have fun, drink the juice with them, smell like garlic with that person, and
see what you can handle. Find out how tough you are.
Yeah,
push your limits.
There you go. Yes. So anyway, after I got better, people started to come to me because they saw me go from basically death's door, 95 pounds, skin and bones, to just vibrant and healthy. So we ended up with a friend of ours whose mother had ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, and leukemia at the same time. She was in the hospital. She had had several blood transfusions. She had done rounds of chemo, and basically it was over for her. She was at death's door. They were giving her ice chips. She wasn't even eating any solid food, just drinking ice or taking ice chips in. And her son came to me and asked me if I would help her. And I said, of course. So we started making juice, and Tony would juice for her, and we would get it in coolers, and he'd come pick it up and we'd take it to the hospital. And we saw color come back into her cheeks. And then we got her over to our house, and the doctor said, she may not make it to your house. So I was scared. I mean, I slept with one eye open. I thought, what if she dies in my house? But then I thought, she's gonna die anyway if we do nothing. So let's just—
ice chips don't heal people.
Exactly. So let's just try. Let's see what's gonna happen. Talk about pushing the limits. Let's push the limits. Let's make this happen. And then if she doesn't live, then we tried. We did the best we could. So she came to our house, and she was so sick. Her kidneys had shut down, so she looked like she was 9 months pregnant, even more, and
she couldn't move.
Right.
She was pinned to the couch.
Yes.
Fighting gravity.
Yes, exactly. And so she came to our house, and she was needing another blood transfusion. Her blood counts were so low. And we got this is what we put in the juicer. We got this blood building juice, and I put a lot of dandelion green in it, knowing that she needed her blood to be cleaned because she had had so many blood transfusions. She had also done chemo. We did a lot of garlic too. And then I can talk about potassium broth later. There's just so much involved with this, but we did the jalapeno and got it circulating through her blood because she couldn't really move much. So we also did some herbs to help the kidneys. That's just a whole nother separate thing. But her blood counts were better after we got her well into the blood building juice. A few weeks later, her blood counts were better than before she had leukemia. It was absolutely amazing. And you know what my daughter said that she will never forget was the day we had her kidneys working so well. We sweated it out. We gave her kidney teas. We gave her herbs for the kidneys. We put stuff in the juicer that would get her kidneys moving. And she went to go to her doctor's appointment, and she was in our living room, and she zipped up her coat for the first time in about a year, actually, because it had been that long where she had to go get drained at the hospital. And she didn't need to be drained that day. When she zipped up her coat to go to her doctor's appointment, she put both hands in the air like this. And my daughter said she will never forget that moment. And it meant something to my kids because they were in the trenches with this woman, fighting with her and for her. So anyway, I better get some juice made, but then we'll talk about another big one that was just so amazing. You just never know what's going to happen in life, and when you get that, have you ever gotten that gut feeling? Have you ever gotten that gut feeling, Tony? Like you just, oh, I better get this done. I just have this feeling like, don't go here, don't go that. Just that.
Sure,
yeah. Well, I had that gut feeling that Tony's dad, my husband at the time, that he needed to get this juice into his body. I don't know how I knew it, but I just had this really strong feeling, and it would keep me awake at night.
Always trust mom's instinct.
Yeah, that woman's intuition, listen to it. It's there for a reason. Yeah, it's real. So anyway, I started making this blood building juice for him just because I had this gut instinct, get that into his body. So I'm gonna shut this off again so it's not a big distraction because this was like really big. So anyway, so I started making it for him and putting it into coolers on ice. And he and Tony used to work together in construction. And so I'd hand the cooler to him as they went out the door, and I'm thinking I'm really doing him a world of good, and that all day long he's getting this in. I'm like, tell me that you're gonna get this juice in every hour. Just stop, take a break, drink this juice down.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. And then, so here I am thinking I'm doing a world of good, and then I get a bomb dropped on me.
I had to tattle on him for his own good. He was at the job. He was like, Tony, drink this juice. Your mother's trying to make me drink this. I do not want to drink it. It smells like garlic. It's horrible. Just drink it for me. For his own good, I had to tell the boss what was going on. And so I said, Mom, he's just making me drink it. We got to get him to drink this somehow. For his own good. You need to make him drink it because I can't make him drink it.
Yeah, and I did. So here's what I did. First thing in the morning when he was on his way out the door, 6:30 in the morning, I would follow him out with his glass of juice. I'm like, wait. And he would make this face, like he would just scrunch his face. And
I got caught.
Yes, he was busted on the way out the door. And I said, look, one day, you're gonna thank me for this. I just know it. And when he'd come in at the end of the day, I'm there with another juice. I just felt like I had to get it into him. And I'm like, Tony's gonna tell me on you if you don't drink this juice. So just
threw me under the bus.
Yeah, just take this juice with you and drink it. And so anyway, so then a very unfortunate thing happened. Very unexpected thing. One bright sunny fall day, we get word that he had fallen 20 feet.